Durdle Magic. Thank you for tuning in to Durdle Magic. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like the content you see here today, and leave a like and share the video with someone you might think is interested. Leaving those likes really helps us out, but another way to help us out is by using our TCG Player affiliate link below. If you're looking for singles, sealed product, or gaming accessories, please consider using our link to support the channel. We also have some playmats at inkgaming.com. Go ahead and hit the link in the description to check those out. Alright, let's grab some spells and Durdle with some magic. Hello and welcome back to Durdle Magic. Today we're playing some more Kaza Roil Chaser. Looking at our opening hand, yeah, I think we could keep it for now. Let's go ahead and say we keep. So our commander is a legendary human wizard, blue-red for a 1/2, flying in haste. You can tap this creature. Next time you cast an instant sorcery spell this turn, it costs X less to cast, where X is the number of wizards you control as the ability resolves. So people can respond to you, activating the ability by killing your wizards, and that lowers the cost. But generally, it's going to be a pretty good boon for us, especially like large spells, especially X spells are in particular going to be good with this card. There are a few in the deck. We also run a few infinite combos to play backup, but let's see how the game goes. Alright, our first opponent is Tazri, Beacon of Unity, 4 white for legendary 4/6 human warrior. Cost 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, and you can pay 2 or blue, 2 or black, 2 or red, 2 or green. To look at the top 6 cards of your library, you may reveal up to 2 cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard, and or ally cards from among them, put them into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I do enjoy the fact that this is 1, a 5-card journal that doesn't seem stupid broken for once, and 2, they remembered to include allies, because that was a big thing in the last end of card block. Comes to our turn, we get Swan Song. That'll be good later. Let's go ahead and play the Temple of Epiphany this turn, scry, and see what's on top. Stroke of Genius. We don't have any other card draw currently that's too viable. Let's go ahead and keep that on top for now, and we'll pass it off to our opponents. Speaking of, our next opponent is a partner pairing of Vial Smasher the Fierce, 1 black-red for a legendary 2/3 Goblin Berserker. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, choose an opponent at random, and this card deals damage to that player equal to the spell's converted mana cost. You can also target their planeswalkers. Swamp into play for them with a Vampiric Tutor. I don't know if their next journal will like that at all. Kunda of Jamora. I don't know if I said that right. 2 green-white for legendary 2/5. Flanking. Creatures your opponents control without flying or reach can't block creatures with power 2 or less. Oop. Vampiric Tutor getting in there just to rub it in the face of Kunda. In either case, that makes things, pretty low to the ground. Plus, it isn't only their creatures, it affects everyone, so that could make things interesting with our wee little bitty wizard creatures. Our next opponent played a Woodland Cemetery. We'll cover them in a minute. Going over to Tazri's turn. Let's see what they do. They had a Ketria Triumph and then a Sulphur Falls come into play. I do love the Tri-lands. They're pretty good. Stonework Pack Beast. Alright, they have at least 1 creature in their party now. Alright, rolls over to us. We get that Stroke of Genius. Let's go ahead and play an island and pass it off to our opponents. We'll tap stuff down, say we don't have anything. We do have a Swan Song. I don't anticipate needing it just yet, but we'll see. So our last opponent is Nethroi, Apex of Death. 2 white, black, green for legendary 5/5 Cat Nightmare Beast. Death Touch lifelink. When this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sylvan Library coming down for the partner player. I had this gut feeling I was going to regret that. I had a gut feeling it was the library. Damn. Anyway, the mutate cost of Nethroi is 4 Selesnya black to finish that up. It is Nethroi's turn. Swamp into play. Nature's Lore, they'll go get a forest card put onto the battlefield. Scattered Groves into play for them. Over to Tazri. So, we're looking at, I don't even know, maybe like some Hate Bear, Spell Sling and stuff out of the partner player? Not sure. Godless Shrine into play for the Tazri player. Shardless Agent, it has Cascade, so they will Cascade. Something that costs 2 or less, they get to cast for free. Harsh Mentor. Alright. That's it for Tazri. Rolls over to our turn, no attack out of them. We get a land. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's just go ahead and play Mountain, pass it off. We have a lot of counter magic right now. I suppose we could get down our commander, but it's not going to do a whole lot. And yeah, let's just pass it off, hold up the mana, and just hopefully nothing plays anything egregious. To the partner player's turn, the library will trigger, and I'll stop saying it till it's destroyed or otherwise removed. Still kicking myself. My gut feeling was immediately whacking me in the brain, saying like, you fool. But what can you do now? Kodama's Reach. So, yeah, I think I'll let them have it. Denying them some mana right now, especially if they want to cast big spells, is probably good, but Nethroi will just simply outpace them at that point, and I need them to kind of fight each other. If I could copy it, that'd be different. Nethroi's turn, Sunpillow Grove into play. Harmonize, they'll just draw 3 cards. Alright, to the cleanup, let's see what they discard since they do recur a bunch of creatures. Golgari Grave Troll, yep, Dredge gotta feature somewhere in there, doesn't it? Overgrown Tomb into play on Tazri's turn. Let's see, they do have 3 party members. They have a Rogue, a Cleric, and this counts for whatever they don't have, so a Warrior or a Wizard. Tazri could cost, yep, Tazri coming down for that player. So, only costs 2 to summon. That's it for Tazri. Let's see what we get. The Mat Compass. Okay, we're going to need some gas pretty soon here, though. Let's go ahead and play with the Mat Compass since we're here. Might as well get it up and running as soon as possible. And we'll pass it off like that. Over to the partner player's turn. Let's see if they pay life to keep any of the cards. They do not. They select simply 1 card. Probably works out. Blighted Woodland into play for them. Blighted Woodland gets cracked. Harsh Mentor will trigger. They'll take 1 damage. Blighted Woodland will go get them 2 lands. I do tend to put that land in any green deck that I have. Even mono green. It's a land that ramps you. Why not? Over to Nethroi's turn. So I was just thinking, my concern with the partner player is any of the non-blue ultimatums would be kind of crazy. Not looking much forward to that. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Well, okay. I don't know why that's happening now necessarily, but that's an interesting play. Let's go ahead and see what happens. It's not going to hurt them very much. So it says, and it's a little confusing, as Vigilance, when it enters the battlefield, each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among non-land permanents they control, and sacrifices the rest. So, I mean, easy peasy for us and everything. Tazri's the only one really getting kind of screwed over by it. So I don't know why I came down this early, but I'm sure Nethroi player has a plan. Over to Tazri's turn. 6 cards in hand for them currently. The partner player is down to 28 life already. I think it's all self-inflicted at this point. I'm not certain that anyone else has done anything to them. Tajuru Paragon coming down for them. It's going to be another one of those things that can count for any one member of the party. Tazri tapped down some mana, but I don't think they did anything with it. Nothing popped up and nothing was activated. So that's interesting. Maybe they accidentally went to combat. Tazri on the attack. Let's see where it's going. Alright, 1 at us, 1 at the partner player. Alright, we'll just take the 2. Damage is good. Let's see if they do anything with their last mana. Nope. Alright, it's gonna roll over to us. We get Ral Storm Conduit. It can be good. I just don't have anything to do with it just yet. Let's go ahead and get the Dawson down and see what happens. I am a little bit afraid of not keeping up Swan Song, but I do also want some kind of defense. And then we can also start getting some extra wizards on the battlefield. Let's pass it off to our opponents and hope it doesn't get nuked out of the sky. I imagine it is somewhat of a target. Over to the partner player's turn. Let's see if they pay any life to keep stuff this time. They do not. Still 8 cards in hand for them. Well, after the draw. Land into play. Expedition map coming down. I do love that card. I'm glad it got reprinted, but Box Topper? That was just weird. Cracking the map. Harsh Mentor is going to trigger and deal some more damage to him. Sidar Kunda and Vial Smasher dealing all the damage to themselves. Roshin Meanderer. Wow, I haven't seen that card in forever. Tap at 4 to your mana pool. You can only put mana into costs that contain X. Over to Nethroi's turn. Partner player getting a little bit scary with Mana Dork that only goes into X spells. Is it even a Mana Dork? It's more like Mana Bomb? I don't know. What's a big Mana Dork called? Let me know in the comments. Cataclysmic Gearhulk on the attack off into the partner player. Let's see if they block it all. No blocks. The damage is good. They take the 4. Partner player down to 20. 6 cards in hand though. Sylvan Library doing a lot of good work. Second main phase for Nethroi. Let's see if they do anything. Soul Ring coming down for the Nethroi player. Nethroi Apex of Death coming down. Looks like it's on the mutate path. That's going to be a lot of things. It does in fact mutate. Kind of figured. Okay, so let's see if they're getting back here. Whoops. Sunblast Angel. Alright, that's not terrible for us. Eternal Witness is pretty good. Secure Drive Elbow, some more ramp. The value. Alright, so we have a bunch of triggers. Sunblast Angel going to kill 2 things. An underrated rare in my opinion. Otherwise, we have Eternal Witness and the Satyr. Secure Tribe Elder won't do anything just at the moment. Eternal Witness will be getting back Harmonize. Yeah, some extra card draw, not bad. Not too much else in the graveyard, although Zulaport Cutthroat, of course, is always worrisome. So is the graveyard tab keep closing on me. That's also a pain in the butt. Over to Tazri's turn. They've been trying to deploy threats, and they just keep getting, well, threats such as they were, like 2/3s and whatever. But they just keep getting shut down. Nethroi in the lead so far, but the partner player still has a lot of mana. Conjurer's Closet coming down for the Tazri player. That's interesting. Wonder what that's for. Conjurer's Closet will trigger. They will, in fact, blink it. ETB. Yep. They reveal the top 6 cards. See if this shares a creature type with it. Let's see if they have one. No, it doesn't look like it. Comes our turn, we get Gutter Snipe. That will be pretty good later on. Do I want to play Ral, though, and keep some pressure off of me? That's the question. Or do I want to play Gutter Snipe, keep up mana for Swan Song? That is definitely the crux here. I think let's get down Ral. And then Scry 2, see where we are. We desperately need to get into like one more land and maybe some other gas. Route to the battlefield, let's go ahead and Scry 1. Pongify, what will that do for us? I don't know that it's going to do necessarily anything, but let's go ahead and keep it on top. No, let's put it on bottom for now. Let's go ahead and pass it off to our opponents. Over to the partner player's turn. So, assuming they have only one landfall this turn, they're going to have 8 mana plus 4 more mana to shove into an X-Spell from their mana giant. And that's interesting. Hopefully it just kind of wipes the board and we don't have to do anything about it. I'm not keen on losing the Docent of Perfection, but if it gets rid of Nethroi for a turn or two, that might be good. Nethroi is just going to keep coming back, which is problematic. Uberg Tomb of Yawgmoth into play. Great, now I gotta select all my colors. Diabolic Tutor. Looks like they're going to go look for an answer to Nethroi. And hopefully only Nethroi, but we'll see how things go. Vial, Smasher the Fierce coming down for the partner player. Alright, looks like it's they're doing some setup still for an X spell. We'll have to wait and see. A Savage Twister right now would probably be good for him. Nope, they tapped down the last of their lands. Secure Tribe Elder is being sacrificed at the beginning of combat. Nethroi going to get a land for themselves. Over to Nethroi's turn. They had a land come into play last time. Let's see. Oh, no, straight to combat. Alright, let's see where they send anything, if anything. Sunblast Angel off into our Planeswalker. Nethroi off into the partner player. Yeah, okay. Ral getting hit is a lot better than us getting hit, so that's fine with me. And that's kind of why he's there. I'm not really going to do anything with him. I don't have a combo that involves him, so he's just there for the scry and the copying stuff. I do like to copy spells. Damage is good. Ral down to 2. The partner player down to 15. But Juka Bog coming down. Alright, let's see where that's going. Over to the partner player. Yep. Graveyard gets exiled. Not too much to fear, though, but I guess Nethroi just wants to shore up their stuff. Blood Artist coming into play. So they do have a Zulaport Cutthroat also in the graveyard. Skull Clamp also coming down. Looks like Nethroi is going to starting to make a play for the game here. Skull Clamp being equipped to the Wayfinder. Alright, we have some triggers. They're going to draw 2 cards and drain us. Well, drain 1 person. Zulaport Cutthroat does everybody. They'll drain us for 1. Okay. Skull Clamp to the Eternal Witness. So I wonder if this is going to be a play before a board wipe of some kind, which seems weird to me. We'll take another life drain or damage. So let's see. This one is, in fact, life drain. Alright. Harmonize. Nah, they already whacked our Planeswalker in the face. Plus, I want a wizard. So we'll do Swan Song there. We have some triggers. Let's go ahead and do it. We get a wizard. We'll deal 1 damage to the Nethroi player. Too bad I can't ping the Blood Artist. That would have been nice. Alright, Swan Song counters the Harmonize. No extra cards for them. To the cleanup, let's see what they discard. Graveyard. Golgari Grave Troll discarded again. Alright, that's interesting. Tazri Watery Grave into play tapped. Kabira Outrider. Okay, a warrior coming down. So, enters the battlefield. Target creature gets 1/1 till end of turn for each creature in your party. Okay, not the best, but okay. They are in fact going to target their only creature able to attack. Let's see if they send it anywhere. I think Nethroi is fairly large, right? 5/5, it's a decent size. Okay, Tazri quits the game. Guess they just got outmaneuvered or outgunned or something. I don't know. That's too bad. Was looking forward to that deck. Unfortunately, they did not stick around to showcase it. Alright, that means it comes over to us. We get Dualcaster Mage. That's interesting and gives us some interesting possibilities. So, I guess right now we can just summon our commander, keep a Dualcaster Mage and Whirlwind of Denial, possibly even Stroke of Genius. So let's just go ahead and do that. Gotta select all my right colors now. Kaza Roil Chaser going to be coming down for us. Alright, and let's go ahead and +2 with Ral just to scry one. It's an island. I want to keep that on top. We're probably going to need it for later. And let's just pass the turn. Seems like a good idea. Dualcaster Mage might be very good with Vial Smasher. I still think they're going to play an X spell some point real quick here. I want to make sure that if we need to, we can copy it or we can counter it. Over to the partner player. So let's see, how much mana do they have currently? They still have the 12, assuming a land drop, 13, for an X spell anyway. And they do have Yoborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. I'm really hoping it's not necessarily a Torment of Hailfire, but Dualcaster Mage doing that and having it resolve before our opponent would be really good. I have done that in paper before. It was quite entertaining. Mana Crypt coming down for Vial Smasher the Fierce and Sidar Kunda. Vial Smasher will deal 0 damage to a random opponent. Alright, that must hurt. It is 2 extra mana though for free essentially, so let's see what's happening. A little scary. We have a lot of mana being tapped over there. 6 so far. What is it going to be? Mana Reflection. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll let that go. I just really want to counter the big spell or copy the big spell. And they seem to be a major threat to Nethroi, so I think I'll just let Nethroi take them out. As far as being Nethroi, I don't know how we're going to do that, but let's see what develops. Oh, Cabal Coffers came into play too. A lot of mana. Geez, 24 mana. Okay. Oh, I lied. There's more mana, 32 mana. All of it. Do it. Do the things. You know, I kind of hope it's Torment now. Then I can just copy it. Exsanguinate. Yeah, let's do that. Copy that. Get that out of the game. Hopefully they don't quit on us. Seems good. We have a trigger for Ral. Let's go ahead and ping the Nethroi player. Our Exsanguinate will resolve first. And down our opponent goes. Nethroi to 15, minus 19 to the partner player. Yes, that worked out perfectly. Excellent. We are at 96. We are also still kind of behind on development compared to Nethroi, but at least we can take a couple of hits now unless they do some kind of combo. Bonder's Enclave into play. That card almost saved our butt in Zagras Game 3. I could recommend it, depending, especially if your general's always going to be 4 power or greater. Nethroi to combat. Let's see if they swing anything ass. Yeah, they're going to swing everything ass. Problem being they have a lot of untapped mana, so I don't know what that's doing. Guess I could block with the Human Wizard against something, so that could be nice. Let's go to blocks. Human Wizard token off into Nethroi. Let's see what the others are attacking. Oh, it's just against Ral. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you can just take Ral down. That's fine. Goodbye, Ral. Thanks for the couple scries you gave us. Second main phase, Nethroi, all the mana, 7 cards in hand. Let's see what they're doing with it. Could be fairly scary. Demonic Tutor. Yep, that's, that doesn't bode well. Bad omens. Alright, let's see if they cast what they tutored for. Eerie Ultimatum. Didn't see that coming. Very good card. Very obvious card. So in case you're unfamiliar, white, white, black, 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 green, green. Sorcery, return a number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. In EDH, it's return stuff to your battlefield. A number of triggers, a couple of lands come back into play. A Birthing Pod is down in there. We also now have a Molder Vine Reclamation, so they'll get to draw cards when a creature they control dies. Yeah. Stinkweed Imp, one of my favorite black cards of all time. That's coming down too. Alright, so Mass Removal would work if we draw into one of those. Psycrift would be good. I'd take Mizzium Mortars. We'll have to see what we get. We can play Stroke of Genius right now just by tapping our commander, paying a blue. We can draw 1 card off of that, and then save the rest of the mana for Whirlwind Denial. Problem is, there's major threats on board as far as just the sheer amount of power and creatures. Falconwrath Noble. Alright, there's another bleeder. Aristocrats is an effective strategy. I just prefer to go bigger. I've played Aristocrats, it's just not my cup of tea. Alright, here's a bunch of triggers. Looks like we might be getting at least some life gain to them, some life lost to us. Probably not going to kill us or anything, but I think until end of turn and they're done with this stuff, I'm just going to yield to triggers. Down to 95, down to 94, down to 93. Skullclamp being activated to the Farhaven Elf. It'll die, they'll draw 2 cards, a number of triggers will happen. Down to 90 we go. Cleanup step, let's see what they discard. They'll probably just get whatever it is back. If the graveyard can stay open for me, it can't. We get an island, let's go ahead and play it. Let's go ahead and play our Gutter Snipe. Tap our commander, play Stroke of Genius. So we'll get 5 reduction. So this should get us 3 cards, I believe. Guard Snipe and doesn't will trigger. 2 damage to our opponent. Seems good. And then let's stack it out. Let's get that wizard token. We get Valkut Awakening. Okay, so we can play it as Valkut Awakening or the land. Pass it off to our opponents. Unfortunately, we won't 1-mana Shore of the Whirlwind Denial. I did want to keep that up. I wanted to take Kaza back, but the game won't let me, so messed up on that one perhaps. Let's see if they have a one-sided board wipe. Blinking Sunblast Angel will at least get rid of our commander. 2 Nethroi's turn. 8 cards in hand currently. Skull Clamp to the Sunblast Angel. Alright. That means it's going to be big. Sunblast Angel pitched to the Birthing Pod. They'll draw 2 cards. A number of triggers will happen and will get drained. That also means Sunblast Angel can come back and destroy our commander. Alright, let's see what they get with Birthing Pod. Oh, tutors. I don't even know. Oh, they got Elish Norn. Sad face. Well, okay. We just lost a bunch of our guys. That's unfortunate. Our tokens and our Gutter Snipe. We're also going to take a bunch of other life draining and damage effects. Alright, down to 81. They're up to 34, and that is problematic. Now we don't have a lot of stuff to defend ourselves with. Let's see. We're going to be taking a lot of damage. I guess we can just take it. Seems okay. I do want our guys to stay around for a little bit. Our commander needs to be able to tap for that reduction. We're down to 51. They're up to 41. We need a board wipe. Second main phase. Mana. Poison Tip Archer. Alright. So another draining kind of guy. Field of the Dead. Those are going to be 4/4 zombies. Pier's Whim. Oh, that's sad face. No more Thematic Compass. Oh well. I do love Pier's Whim because it does let you get people into the game if you need them just to do something. Plus, sometimes it's just nice. Landfall for them, they get a Field of the Dead trigger. That'll be another zombie that's a 4/4. We get Deadeye Navigator. Unfortunately, that's not great with the amount of mana we have. I just really don't know about the deck at this point with the mana. So, what do we want to do? We could play Valkut Awakening as a land or as the spell. Could keep a Whirlwind Denial, but it doesn't really help us with the board state is the problem. So I think actually Valkut Awakening and just casting it to get some more cards might be good. Let's go ahead and cast it. We get a wizard that will immediately die and, you know, give us like 4 damage or 4 life loss, something in there. Oh, it's only 3. My bad. I thought it'd be more. Alright, let's go ahead, but Deadeye Navigator, Curiosity. Do I want to keep Whirlwind Denial up? I probably do, so let's go ahead and do the 2. So we get Terramorphic Expanse, Siren Stormtamer, and Reality Shift. Reality Shift would be good against the Elish Norn because it gets exiled. So I guess let's go ahead and do that. We'll get yet another wizard that will immediately die. Sad face. Elish Norn to exile. Okay, let's just go ahead and pass it off. I don't know how we're going to get out of this one without a board wipe. And since the last game, I've also considered adding Starstorm. I really think it's something I need to do now at this point. Because between Cyclonic Rift and Mizzy Mortars, while they're really good cards, 2 board wipes in that regard are not cutting it. We do have other things that can target 2, 3, 4 creatures, but not all these. Migratory Greathorn will mutate onto a zombie. They'll get another card. Or another land card specifically, to the battlefield. Field of the Dead will trigger yet again. Zombie into play. We have a number of things happening. Triggers, Birthing Pod again, all sorts of things. Repeatable Tutor is poopy. Alright, so let's go ahead and tap our commander. And then we will, I need to move the stack here. Play blue and play Whirlwind Denial. Let's just counter all that stuff. Seems good to me. So it says for each spell and ability your opponents control, counter it unless they pay 4. So let's see if they want to pay for any of it. I imagine Birthing Pod they'll pay for at the very least. They are paying for the Birthing Pod one. I figured, but hey, it saved us a little bit of damage here and there, so that may be what helps us out in the end. Alright, they went and got yet another one. Sacrifice a creature. Creatures you control get 1/1 till end of turn. So that'll be good. I never quite got my head around using that one. I prefer Fallen Angel, actually. Wood Elves entering the battlefield for the Nethroi player. They'll go get yet another land. Field of the Dead trigger. To the attacks. I imagine just about everything's coming our way. Let's see if we can pick anything off. They do have a lot of mana up, so it is a little bit dangerous. Alright, going to block the Blood Artist, Zulaport Cutthroat, and the Bird token. If they want to get those back, sure, why not? a number of triggers will be happening. They sacrifice one of the creatures to the Maw of the Obzadot. Obzadot? Is that how you pronounce it? Hold on. Obzadot. Yeah, something like that. Alright, looks like we're going to be taking a bunch of damage, and they'll probably just boost their creatures to kill ours. That's unfortunate, but a good play. Alright, I think they're finally done sacrificing stuff. I'm going to yield all this stuff, and then we will investigate the slaughter. Alright, let's see if anything survives the blocking phase. We do, our final iteration does, but we do take lethal damage. Good game to our opponent. I honestly don't know how we're getting out of that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. So, the deck doing what it does, but it looks like we're going to need, like I said, the mass removal, and frankly more card draw. We're just not getting like a lot of card draw. So maybe Stroke of Genius, Blue Sun Zenith could come out for something else, and we can put the cost reduction into more like counterspell magic and burning mass removal, burning targeting removal, something like that. Unfortunately, Tazri didn't stay in the game. I was looking forward to that build. I haven't seen it too often yet, and I think that's because finally there's a 5-color commander that isn't stupid overpowered with something, or can tutor stuff out of your deck, or let you cast spells for free, you know, Golos, Sisay, that kind of jazz. Copying the Sanguinate was really clutch. I had wished it was Torment of Hailfire. It would have been much better for us. Although I think Nethroi was just in a great position. Nethroi can just outvalue anything. It keeps coming down. It keeps getting stuff back. And all the ETBs, it's, you know, it's typical Reanimator deck. It's just you get so much value for just mutating the commander. It's kind of ridiculous. So I don't think we're going to overcome Nethroi anyway without a mass removal spell. So definitely something to consider. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully in the next game, I'm gonna add the mass removal. In the next game, we will be prepared. Hope you are getting kind of an idea for Kaza. We haven't really gotten to showcase the deck yet, and that's kind of, it's annoying me a little bit. The wizards can be very good. Like I said, we need something with more oomph. Anyway, if you saw any cards or could think of any cards to add to this deck that you may want from this video or for your own personal deck or collection, please consider using the TCG Player affiliate link in the description below. Helps out the channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. Until the next part of the series, where we hopefully will blow up a bunch of our enemy stuff and not have to worry about it, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for coming to Durdle with us today. Hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell so you're always up to date with our latest videos. Please leave a like and share the video with somebody who you might think is interested. We also post links to our videos on Facebook and Twitter at DurdleMTG. If those are the forums you choose to use, please check us out there. Until we can Durdle with some magic again, see you around.